There's a bunch of stuff where if you progress in your main, like as an example, there's these friend of a friend quests that will unlock a permanent 30% increase to friendship gains with a guest. There's stuff that will, like accelerate progress in your alt. So this doesn't massively impact your day-to-day gameplay, as Dakor says, but it is a really nice change for the people who do like the Ember Court. And also, this was not asked by the community. It's just a nice thing they did. That is nice. It does show they're actually examining their game, thinking about pain points, trying to alleviate them. I think, oh my god, it's actually god tier now that cold air is coming in. This is incredible.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, wow. It's like we locked in our pre-order when it was like, 22 degrees and 100% humidity today. So yeah, anyway, nice change. Nice change for the Ember Court. Now, somebody added me in chat asking about how to do your mouse cursor. So, well, actually, there's a link. I don't know, maybe you could spam that in chat if you have it handy, Matt. Or maybe if you just check out our add-on and weak aura video for Shadowlands, we included it there. But it's a weak aura that I think Dakor uses. I use it as well. It's called Ultimate Mouse Cursor. If you just Google that, or you go to wago.io, that's where you can go and find weak auras. Wago. So yeah, Ultimate Mouse Cursor is great. It will totally tide you over until the official option comes. Just that I'd say Ultimate Mouse Cursor does have a few more features. I mean, being able to have your GCD be on your mouse cursor, that's pretty swell, I think. Nice. But anyway, Blizzard adding in a scalable mouse cursor where you'll be able to change the size of the mouse cursor in the accessibility menu. And there's actually one feature that I would love for Blizzard to steal from macOS. And I'd love Microsoft to steal this. And maybe it is actually a thing on Windows. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you can do it with like a
shaky thing.
Little plugin. Yeah. So you see on Mac, right? If let's say you're on a 5K display, you have a tiny little mouse cursor and you've lost it. You're like, where the hell is my mouse? Well, you can just go, you just shake the cursor. In Mac OS, it actually gets larger so that you can easily find it. It's a really, really nice little usability feature. So maybe that would be a nice thing for Blizzard to implement in a future patch. But till now, there's a scalable mouse cursor. I think that'll be great. I mean, if you've got a visual impairment, of course, that's great. But also, UIs can get cluttered, or even there can be loads of, combat texts, spell effects. I mean, not as many spell effects as like Guild Wars 2 or Final Fantasy, but still lots of spell effects. You can get your mouse cursor lost. And I think there's certainly been some, squeaky clench moments where somebody needs to use a Warlock portal. They haven't got the macro. It's not 9.1.5, so they don't have the new item. They've lost their mouse cursor, and they're like, oh god, I can't, where is my mouse? I need to use the Warlock portal. And then they actually find their mouse, and they're like, oh shit, there's people standing on top of the portal, and now I've missed it. Now I'm dead, and all of my friends hate me. Yeah. Now through an accessibility option, all our problems are solved. 100%. Yeah. Great.
I mean, game. That's one thing that's actually really, really annoyed me as a healer. Maybe it's just because I'm getting, in the past, maybe since Shadowlands launched, I've been significantly less capable just as in existence, but I've been losing my mouse a lot more recently, and I actually think that the need to put your mouse over someone to heal them is like, I know that's going to be like you're never going to work around that because you need to target someone, and if you've got 10, 20, 30 people, you need to target the right one. But sometimes I just wish I had like mind control. So I could just like, instead of having to move my stupid, meat hand in the right way to get over someone who's about to die, I wish in my brain I could just like scream, lay on hands and go. So I was like, yeah. I think that there may be, it might be interesting for someone to work a way to work out some better usability for healing than that. Because obviously, if you're in like arena or something, you can have a bunch of macros. You could conceivably have like, one is your heal, shift one is the heal, one heal yourself, shift one heal your, arena 2, alt 1, arena 3 or whatever else. But, you're not going to do that for a 20-man raid. Mm. So I feel like that's one of the big usability issues. And I need to try to heal on in FF on controller and see what it feels like. But I feel like it would nearly be handier if there was some unique new way to actually control that outside of mouses. Instead of a mouse cursor. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. I'm asking for someone to, design something insane, but I don't know. Yeah,
no, I mean, hey, it makes sense to me. Might tide you over till the brain interface comes out and gets official house support.
Yep.
So another nice thing, group finder leaders can now browse groups. So there you go. If you've listed a group in the group finder, you'll be able to browse listings at the same time.
That's
Truly is the year of our Lord 2021.
So I sort of saw that and I was like,
Big changes.
that's pretty interesting. That's a decent quality of life for me, or for anyone who's trying to, like, you know, throw up a mythic group or an M plus group with your key, but you also want to keep an eye on if there's anything else interesting, because maybe you want to do a couple different ones. But PvPers apparently are extremely happy with this change.
Okay, well, this is a perspective I won't have had. So this is interesting.
Yeah, like, it's hard to add a lot of color to it, but fundamentally it's just you've got really small groups. You don't have a lot of players, so if you throw up one, then you can't see if anyone else is showing up. So it's almost like you've got it's almost like you've got kind of like, I don't know how to say this, but it's some sort of analogy of boats crossing and never seeing each other. The kind of, two people are looking for each other, but they always look at the opposite direction kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like, or could feel like. So I feel like this is one of those small changes that'll just be really, really good for for specific people that you kind of, again, little outside of the box. No one's been screaming from the rooftops, please let us browse listings. I mean, maybe one or two people have, but it's a kind of thing where, like, okay, that's nice. You've clearly had someone sit down and think, what would make this game better? So yeah, happy to see it.
Good stuff. To basically finish off the news section, though, so there you go. Some more class tuning. Consumption deals 60% more damage. Special delivery, 100% more damage. Vanquisher's Hammer now increases the effectiveness of the Free Holy Power Spender by 25%. Dreadblade's initial strikes, 26% more damage, and immediately fills your combo points in addition to the current effects. Nether Portal's got a 30-second reduction in its CD, and Impending Victory's cooldowns have been reduced to 25 from 30, and it now heals 40% of your max health from 30. Just going to say, these are pretty significant buffs. These are not the classes that I play. Yeah. I have to assume that these are talents that are falling behind that they're now trying to bring up.
As far as I'm aware, yes. Obviously, like, the ratio of Paladins or Necrolord are extremely low compared to the incredible options of Kyrian or Venthyr. Not too sure about Outlaw or Demo. I think the Demonology change is a bit weird to me. I get that it's as a buff, but 2.5 minutes seems like a weird timing for a cooldown. Yeah. Anyway.
Is what it is.
Yeah, consumption and special delivery I think are interesting, though. Especially just that kind of buff. If you're buffing something by 100%, clearly, you may have wanted to look at it slightly earlier.
Yeah.
But consumption is actually an interesting one as well, because I mean, this was the same in BFA for me, but I liked using consumption as a blood DK when it was, the artifact ability. But for some reason, when it was added, it felt so awful. It felt so weak.
Well, that's what generally what happened. Like, you lost your artifact ability, and then you got like a weaker version of it as a talent, and it just didn't feel.
So that's the thing. It didn't bother me so much as a paladin, because Wake of Ashes still gave me less holy power, but it still gave me holy power. So it still felt like it had a utility. But consumption was supposed to be this big massive swing that will be like, here you go, here's all your health back every 45 seconds, especially in AoE, loads of damage, big, I'm going to eat all of your blood. And then they made it a talent, and then it basically was tickling someone.
Yep. So final thing then is, if you want the Alpaca Mount Molly, well, June Gorager Kralok is up again this week, so time to go kill it a bunch and maybe get the Alpaca. And with that is the end of the Warcraft news for this week.